everyone, you're welcome to this section of the launch called Techy Conversation, why I love what I do. Today, I'm interacting with two young women who are doing amazing stuff within the tech space. And I hope that by the end of my interaction with them, at least one young woman out there who's interested in the tech space will be inspired to begin their journey. My name is Daniela Saredu and I'm your host. Let's see who I'm talking to today.
Hello, my name is Alice Mensah. I'm a digital marketing expert. What I mean by digital marketing is where marketing and tech meets. And with this, I'm talking about social media, website management, email marketing, and then paid advertisement. And I call myself an exceptional digital marketer because I make sure everywhere I go, there is growth, okay? And I'm in my 8th year of doing this. And today, we wish to inspire everyone here with our stories and how they can also be like us technically.
Hi, my name is Patience Esuman. I'm a software engineer by profession. I do mobile development and web development as well. When we talk about software engineer, we mean building software to integrate with already existing softwares, and that is what I do. I've been doing this for like 10 years now, and I'm here to inspire any young lady who wants to go on this path. It's a wonderful path to go, and it's very possible for you. Thank you.
Alice and Patience, thank you so much for giving us your time. First of all, I'd like for you to share with us how you got into the tech space and what is it about it that you so love. And I'll begin with you, Alice.
Okay, so for me, I started as a Google ambassador on campus, and my task was to train the students anything Google. And with that, I got myself involved in a global competition, which is Google Online Marketing Challenge. And I was supposed to market companies who haven't tried digital advertisements before. I didn't win, but thankfully Google recognized 8 teams in Ghana that did very well and decided to train us further. So they brought some of their guys from London to do this training, and that was in Nigeria. And we got ourselves writing some exams, got certified, and 3 months after that I got my first job in Tigo as a digital marketing expert. And since then it's been, should I say smooth? Maybe not, but I'll say a rewarding career from Tigo.
Awesome. And what is it about it that you so love?
The fact that we are changing the narrative of marketing, where is the everyday having salespeople knocking on people's doors and trying to make a sale. This time, the convenience of being in your office, having your laptop, and still reaching out to that same person using technology. And trust me, you are even able to get your sales quicker than somebody going out there to chase people. Right. And that actually keeps me going because I know I'm using technology for a good cause.
Awesome. And Patience, what has been your experience? How did you get in there?
I wanted to be a journalist, so interestingly, I started schooling, but I realized that I have interest with gadgets, with tools, and even wherever I go and I find myself working internships, you see me with the tech guys rather doing stuff. So I was advised and encouraged to enter into the field, and ever since I have not looked back. It's been one journey to the other. I've worked with companies solely as a software engineer, worked as a mobile developer for some companies, and now I'm a full-time consultant. I consult for some few banks in the country. So that is what I do.
And what is it about it that you so love?
Well, it's the freedom and the opportunity to learn new things every day. When I started programming, as I said 10 years ago, it was Visual Basic, pulling and dropping and all that. But right now, where coding and development and even tech in general has gotten into, like you realize that you are improving on yourself. When I say freedom, it's not like you have all the time, but you are able to call the shots, like you're a woman of your own. And it's also a skill that becomes part of you, just like you are learning any other vocation. That's why I love it so much, and I don't think I'll look back.
Awesome. Alice, I'm sure that you've had a lot of, you've hinted at what you love about it, but I'm sure that there have been a lot of high moments for you throughout your journey. Can you share those with us?
Okay, so I mentioned I do digital marketing, and it's something I do for corporate firms that I've worked with. Then in 2017, a friend calls me that there's this competition going on, so I should join. Let's team up to train girls in digital marketing. Well, I just tried to take a chance, and it was being organized by GIZ in Ghana here. And after that, I got my team was the second. It's something I do already, so it's not really a big deal. But at the moment, I realized that really I've been awarded as a second team. And guess what? We were supposed to represent Ghana in Berlin. I was like, really? Where is this going to? Finally, we get to Berlin, and guess who we meet? Angela Merkel. Me taking a photo with Angela Merkel. Really, for just doing what I do, for just doing what I love to do. So you do things you love to do, and rewards start coming as people get to recognize what you do and appreciate you for who you are.
Right. Yeah. Patience, Alice has told us about her high moments. I'm sure definitely in your journey as a woman in the tech space, there are definitely some challenges. Can you share some of those challenges with us, your personal experiences, and then, you know, general challenges that are peculiar to women within the space?
Sure. So let me start with school. Even studying the computer science, it's a bit challenging. I came back I told you I wanted to be a journalist. I came up with a general arts background. So I didn't even do science, those, maths. But one thing about software development or engineering, it's not about maths. It's about how innovative you are and how you can think. So starting the course was challenging. We were only 2 ladies in the class.
Out of how many?
Like 50 something. So and the guys, so we were with the guys, and there was a day I went to the washroom. In fact, we were learning Android development, mobile, and it wasn't working. We were given just a few minutes to do something and present, and it wasn't working. So I went to the washroom with tears in my eyes. I was like, how do I do this? I met my other female friend from the class already there crying. So she was like, why don't we look for rich men and marry and live all this? It's interesting. Those are the realities on the ground. Nobody will share with you, but with experience, if you are able to build on the little knowledge you get day in, day out, you get there. And today I'm happy I didn't stop. I've worked with a bank before where I run night shifts, and they won't consider you a woman. I've worked with a team before where I'm the only female in the team, and the guys, the moment you know something, they want to shut you down, like keep quiet, you're a woman. I've been on a project, I was trying to correct someone on the team, a guy, and they're like, keep quiet, don't you know you're a woman, you marry, you don't have to talk. You know, that kind of realities on the ground. How do you do? Those are some of the challenges that come. And we are still rolling with the men. Now some even call us for projects. They call, Patience, I have a project, can you be on board? Yeah, because I have proven that I can, emotionally and mentally, I can stand them.
So, I mean, that leads me to my next question. This is definitely a fast evolving space. How have you managed to keep up within that space?
Okay, by learning, that's the basic thing to keep up in the space, because the technologies that you are abreast with keeps changing, keeps growing. So if you've learned a particular software development language, that language is not what you know 5 years ago. So you have to make sure that you are abreast with the technologies that you use to work. So that's what I do.
Alice, Patience has talked about learning. And I'm sure that when you began your journey, there were certain women that you looked up to, or you looked at them from afar and said, I want to be this, I want to be better. Did you have any such role models?
Maybe she didn't decide to tell me she wants to be my role model, but indirectly, she was an inspiration to me. So there's this lady called Jemina Alabi Isama, and she's half Ghanaian, half Nigerian. And I mentioned that I became Google's ambassador on campus. So she was the one leading the team at Google to interface with the students that were their ambassadors. And looking at this young lady working for Google London, and she seems to have everything figured out. So without she knowing, she's been my inspiration. And even till date, we still keep in touch.
Okay.
When she get offers, opportunities,
Okay.
she actually lets me know. I think there's also this lady, Estelle. She was a former CEO of Google. Because I was the ambassador, I got in touch with her too. And she's also been one woman that not just me, almost all the women in my space look up to. And she's also been in touch. Unknowing to her, she's been our inspiration and our role model. And sometimes even when she gets offers that she thinks she cannot go, she just lets us in. I remember there was this tourism ministries program which was about women, how they can use digital to drive their tourism businesses. And she was called as a speaker. She told them point blank that I'm not the right person for this. I think you need someone else. And she called me, and I was able to represent her there, and it was a good experience. So we all look up to someone one way or the other.
That's great. I mean, so how would you say the mentorship is important for young women today, young women who want to get into the space? How important is mentorship for them?
It is important because you have to actually know what to do and where to find it. You may not always have it figured out. So if you see someone and you think the person is an inspiration to you, contact the person. These days, LinkedIn, they're all there. Contact the person, tell the person what you need. Sometimes it may not be so much. He may just check your CV for you and tell you do this, do that. Or she may just refer you to a course that you may not even know about. And you may do it, and then you keep learning and also getting yourself into the space more.
Patience, I'd like you to share with us your techie dreams. In the next 10 years, where do you think that Patience wants to be, or what do you see here in the next 10 years?
Okay, working in the tech space and in the banking industry, when I look at the next 10 years, I want to start building things around the cryptocurrencies, the blockchain. I've started looking at areas like that because, as I said, it's growing. Tech is growing. So how best can we leverage on that as a people? So in the next 10 years, I want to see myself as one of the women driving that technology in the space. When they talk about cryptocurrency in Ghana, they should be able to mention my name. Because I understand when we talk about blockchain, using blockchain to build technologies, my name should pop up because those are some of the things I look forward.
Definitely, and I'm very certain that's going to happen. So the last thing I want you to do with us is to share with us some advice. If you had some young women who wanted to be like you, who wanted to get into the space in which you are, what advice would you tell them? But before that, Alice, there's obviously a gap somewhere. We look at the numbers. The women are highly unrepresented within the space. Where do you think the gap lies?
The truth is, when people think of technology, they think about coding. And when they think they can't code, they think they can't do anything else in technology. Like what she's doing is super, but maybe not every girl has that ability to code because maybe they may feel it's a hardcore thing. There are sort of technological things you can do, like what I do, which is digital marketing. Virtually, it is marketing, but you're using digital platforms. And it's a form of tech because at least we are using a technical medium to reach out to more people. So don't look at only the coding part, look at other forms, other areas. There's digital marketing, there's drone technology, there is the coding, which we all know and adore. So look at all other options, maybe test all and see which one you think you can do, and definitely do one. That's
definitely enlightening. So now share with us your advice. If you had a young woman in front of you right now, what would you tell her?
So what I would tell the young lady is that you need to invest in yourself. Seeing us here, it looks beautiful, but it took work. Limit the time you spend on just watching Reels and TikTok and learn something. Because once you are already holding the phone, it means you are interested. So invest that time in something worthwhile. Google has some skills, which is, I think, Google Digital Skills for Africa. Just do a search and you find it and take the course. There is Coursera, there are other even YouTube. Try and learn something, and in some few months or in some few years, your skill will become needful to a company, and then you'll be able to earn something from there. So it's all about investing your time in the right thing, learn something.
Investing your time, Patience.
All right. So when it comes to technology, as Alice said, there are so many areas. The software engineering is a bit hard, but there are other soft areas you can look into. And moreover, how our jobs and careers are growing of late. If you are not technologically inclined, you will struggle. Whether you're in the HR, you are in the medical field, that's being a doctor, a nurse. Now you walk into the hospitals and right from the OPD, they start using the computer. So even if you're a nurse, you still need to get yourself abreast with what is happening in the technical space. Right. So my advice to the young ladies, whatever you are doing, try to study the technical aspects of it, aside whichever field we have chosen in life. That is all.
Right. This has been very, very enlightening, and I'm glad that you could spend time with us. I'm very certain that this conversation has as we would say, gingered one young lady who aspires to be within this space. It is very, very possible, and I'm glad that you could join us to have this conversation. My name is Daniela Saredu, and I've been your host. Good day.